In the 1960s, swim mobiles, portable swimming pools, became common in various American cities. It had a length of 30 feet and looked like a train car with the top removed. In 1968, Detroit received its first swimmobile. The swimmobile was transported around to neighborhoods as part of a program conducted by Detroit's Parks and Recreation Department for children to swim in. The city had as many as 6 of them at one time. Due to changes in pool filtration requirements and a lack of financing to modify the swim mobiles to comply, the program came to an end in the 1990s. The swimmobile concept appears to have been developed in the early 1960s in New Jersey as part of a collaboration with the YMCA. However, it's uncertain who exactly invented it. Buell, president of a trucking company known as Eastern Motor Dispatch, is credited with coming up with the idea for the YMCA of Eastern Union County in Elizabeth, New Jersey, according to an item published in the Central New Jersey Home News on July 25, 1962. His swimmobile is a flatbed truck from Eastern Motor Dispatch with a rectangular tank, 8 feet by 20 feet and 4 feet deep, put onto it. It was said that the swimmobile was invented by Jerry Croushore, the Associate General Secretary of the Eastern Union County YMCA, according to an article published more than a year later on September 23, 1963 in Massillon, Ohio's paper, The Evening Independent. As if that weren't enough, Frank J. Schweighardt, the director of the YMCA in South Bergen, New Jersey, is credited with inventing the swimmobile in a July 20, 1967 article published in the Baltimore Sun. Schweighardt's pool is made of fiberglass and is 25 feet by 8 feet, making it slightly longer than the pools credited to Buell and Croushore but with the same depth, 4 feet. Schweighardt did not invent the first swimmobile, but he may have invented that model swimmobile. Cities other than New Jersey began to receive their own swim mobiles throughout the 1960s, including Scottsdale, Arizona, Edmonton, Alberta, St. Louis, Missouri, and Rochester, New York, as reported in newspapers in 1964, 1964, 1965, and 1967, respectively. In July 1968, Detroit introduced its first swimmobile. The city soon had as many as 6 of them. Residents may learn where they were each week by watching the news or calling the Parks and Recreation Department, which operated the program. Trucks transported the empty pools to nearby schools or roadways that had been closed. The pools were filled with water from fire hydrants once they were parked. It took roughly an hour to fill a pool, which included 10 minutes of emptying out rusty water that had been resting in the pipes. There was no filtration system, but an extra mobile unit offered showers and soap. Parks and Recreation employees, who were mainly college students, kept an eye on the kids as they swam. Carmen Solis Crowley worked for the department during the summer following her sophomore year of college in 1975. However, by the mid-1970s, funding for Detroit's swim mobiles was under jeopardy. During the Nixon administration, federal monies began to run out. By the 1980s, the city still maintained 6 swim mobiles, although only 4 of them were operational. And instead of being used for 18 weeks, they were only utilized for 6. Detroit's Parks and Recreation budget was depleted by the 1990s. Some community centers had to close, playgrounds were no longer maintained, and the swimmobile program was discontinued. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more intriguing stories and investigations. Stay curious.